on your camera. So I would be introducing over here my team members. So we are Health Careers International, and so we are one big family of we do have both vocational and higher education courses. So we have been in this industry for more than a decade, and our famous course, I would say, is nursing. And we do have other courses which are related to health service. So we do have Certificate 3, Certificate 4, diplomas, and we do have graduate diploma programs. And I would say the best part would be the articulation pathways to the universities. So we would be giving you more information on it as we move. I will be sharing my screen, and I will be giving you more information about our courses. So before I move on to that, I want to introduce you to my team members. So first and foremost, my manager, Mr. Melvin Saji. He is a Deputy Campus Manager of Institute of Health and Nursing Australia. And
Melbourne campus, yep.
Yeah, the whole campus. So over here, my team members, we are from Melbourne, but we do have campus in Sydney and Perth as well. So my team members, my Swati, and that is Swati Raja, and we have Sumedha as well. So we four of us, we are from IHNA. And moving on to IHM, that is the higher education part. We have our manager, Mr. Govind G. Ashok Nair. He is the manager of Institute of Health and Management, that is the higher education program. And our admission consultant, Mr. Subin Saji. Subin, hi. All right. So shall I start my presentation?
Please.
Sure, go ahead.
So, as I said, we are Health Careers International, and we are one of the best institutes where we deliver health courses all over Australia. As I said, Health Careers International has vocational courses and higher education programs. So vocational courses are being delivered by IHNA, that is Institute of Health and Nursing Australia. IHM is for the higher education program, Institute of Health and Management, that is. And we do have delivery mode both for face-to-face and online. As you know, most of the healthcare courses, most of the health courses, practical sessions are required and placements as well. So we do have placements for almost for all our courses. During this COVID situation, we are delivering our theory components online, irrespective of if the students are onshore or those students who are offshore who are doing their online session. We will be giving them all our students a login detail, like they would be having a portal where they would be attending their classes, referring to their resources, and submitting their assignments. So they'll be also having access to staff admin, their educator, and their course coordinator. So if they have any issues, they can raise a ticket. So there's a very good supportive student support where they can always communicate and get help from. So moving on, as I said, we have campus in Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney. In Melbourne, we have 2 campuses, actually 3 campuses. One is in CBD, North Melbourne, and Heidelberg. The North Melbourne is specifically for a higher education program, and the CBD one, which is in Queen Street, and in the Heidelberg one are mainly for IHNA. So as I said, we do have lots of educational pathways for all the students who are coming, who are taking their IHNA program. And then we can move forward to bachelor's, or I'll be discussing more about it. I'll be also giving you information about our package courses where the students can club and they can come for a Cert 4 and a diploma program. So moving on to IHNA courses, we have Certificate 3, Certificate 4, and Diploma. So Certificate 3 programs, we don't give them as primary courses. So Certificate 3 programs are basically, we'll be giving them as a concurrent courses. So I'm going to talk about those courses where you can advise students to take up a primary program. So first I'm talking about Certificate 3 Early Childhood and Education. As you all know, it's a program, like if the students would like to go into the education stream, Certificate 3 Early Childcare is one, I would say, one of the best courses that they can start, where they can become an early educator. And the IELTS is 5.5. They can start doing this if they are offshore, and they can start with the the theory components. And once they are due for their practicals, soon the borders would be open and they can come and we can help them with their practicals and their placements. So it is a 40 weeks duration program, and $12,000 is the fees. Then we are moving on to Certificate for Aging Support. Now, Certificate for Aging Support is one, I would say, an entry pathway or like an entry program for students who have not been in the, in the health industry. If they are not meeting the Diploma of Nursing criteria, you can always ask the students, we can give them a package for Certificate for Aging Support plus Diploma of Nursing program. So they would be learning a lot of I would say fundamentals of the healthcare course. For example, they would be learning how to administer medicine. They would be learning how to recognize health body systems, and how to work in aged care, like how to deal with the elderly patients, how do they understand the dementia. All those core components, they would have a really good understanding. And also for, once they complete this course, because it's not a 1-year course, it's a 44-week course. So once they complete with their practicals and 120 hours of placement, they can easily get a job in an aged care. So this is definitely, I would say, like, see, the IELTS is just 5.5, and face-to-face or blended. So blended is why? Because we have the practicals and the placement. So this is another course where the students, if they are offshore and they have got the visa, they can commence their online session, the online theory components. And as they are due for their practicals, they can be, by the time if they are onshore, we can complete their practicals and their placements, and they can move forward to Diploma of Nursing or any other programs. Now, the next is Certificate for Leadership and Management. I'm sure leadership and management is a general, most of the institutes are providing this program. Basically for those who are offshore and they want to, they have been in an industry, they have been already working, they want to become a team leader, or they want to become a supervisor, they need those management skills. Leadership and management is one of the good course which you can recommend to students. Now we are moving on to our diploma courses. So we do have a really good amount of diploma courses which you can recommend students. First is Diploma of Early Childcare and Education, Early Childhood Education and Care. Now this is for 92 weeks. And for this, the entry requirements is that they should have an overall score of 6, no band less than 5.5. It is a face-to-face delivery mode, but still, they can do the theory components online. So basically, they would be not just becoming an early educator, but they would be also knowing how to manage a team, how to manage a classroom, how to understand the management part of a childcare or of an early education sector. So they would be learning all those units in this course. And we do have the next would be our community service, that is Diploma of Community Service. So this is not just a general community service course. They do become a case manager. That's why I have put in the brackets case management. That is, for example, a person who has been working in a community service, they would be working, for example, as a PCA or as an maybe a social worker, but they want to, get that knowledge, like how do they manage, or like if they have been given a case, for example, a cerebral palsy student, a patient, or an individual with a disability. Now they would need multiple intervention. They would need a lot of rehab. They would need a team of rehabilitation. So who would manage that? It's a case manager. They would be taught how about different rehabilitation sectors, about how different interventions, or how do they manage how do they work in a community sector. So it's a really good, interesting stream, I would say, if the students are looking forward to enter into the social work. So this is for 2 years, and it's $16,000. IELTS, it's 5.5, no band less than 5, and it is face to face. But yes, at this point of time, the students can do the theory components online. And we have Diploma of Practice Management. So Diploma of Practice Management is a course where I would say this is something, I would say, a unique course which you can advise those students who have already been working in the healthcare sector. For example, you have a registered nurse from overseas and they want to, understand, or like they want to know more about the management part in a healthcare sector. Instead of leadership management, I would recommend about Diploma of Practice Management, because they have units. This course has units which the students would be taught and made understood of how to work in a healthcare sector, how to manage the records or the data, or like the management part in a healthcare sector. For example, a registered nurse who have been taking care of patients, working with doctors and everything, but if they want to take care of a unit or of a ward, this is something which this is a course which it can help them, put them in the resume, and it can be a good upskilling as well. So that's about practice management. It's yeah, again, you can that we will be providing the students practicals and placements as well for this course. So it is for the IELTS should be no band less than 6, and yep, the fees is $12,000. Then we have leadership management course. I'm sure all of you would be knowing about this course. And now moving on to the most famous and the popular course, Diploma of Nursing. So it is for 2 years, and you all know the main important part of this, the entry requirement is 7. Yeah, IELTS, English score should be 7, no band less than, overall 7, no band less than 7. It is an AFRA requirement, and without this, because this is something which will lead them, this course would give them a registration of an enrolled nurse. So it is important that, we cannot enroll students without this score. So definitely this is a course which we cannot advise for the students to do it online. They have to be onshore, because there would be, it's a hardcore course where they have to, side by side take their theory and their practicals. And there is a 480 hours of placements. So there are 4 semesters. Each semester, towards the end of the semester, they would be having placements. Placements would be in aged care, mental health, acute, subacute. So before they go for their placements, they have to get all these documents that I mentioned over here. That is the police check, working with children check, immunization process. So if you have any of the students, if any of your students who are onshore would like to change career, or like would like to enroll into Diploma of Nursing, these, I would say, if they're meeting the entry requirements, that's fine, but they don't have to get these right now, because the police clearance would expire in 6 months. So once they have enrolled in, our staff admins would be helping them to get all these, would be advising how to get these documents. And with the immunization, they might have to take some extra boost shots. Like if any of their immunity level is low, then they would have to take extra shots and be fit before they go for their placements, right? So now I'm moving on to our secondary courses. So these are secondary courses, I meant the concurrent courses. So these are courses, I would say overall, Certificate 3 courses are for $2,500. Certificate 4 courses are for $3,500. All these courses, in order to get a COE, initial deposit is only $300. And we can help them with a payment plan, monthly or fortnightly. And all these courses would be having practical sessions and placements. The international students, they can do the theory components online. They might have to attend classes once in a week, but they can submit their assignments online. Basically, we can the students, even though all these courses are, the duration is for 40 weeks, they might be able to complete a bit earlier, but we are giving this 40 weeks duration for them to complete the course. And yeah, it is, as you know, these days, the health sector is demanding for more and more health professionals, like, a PCA or a health admin, to help in the sector, as there's lots of demand. So international students would be these are the courses, where they can get a good job as a personal care assistant, or a health service assistant, or a disability support worker, or as a health admin as well. So there are lots of job opportunities. And if you have any questions in any of these courses, please do let me know.
Actually, I do have a question,
Yes,
if I
please.
can ask. Like, the certificate three are for $2,500, and the duration is minimum 40 weeks. If student wishes to complete it within 3 months, is it possible?
I would say it might be possible, but as I said, the reason why I'm so doubtful is that, because the units, there are 14 units in this
Mm-hmm.
course. Okay, so they can do.
Because you know that in Parramatta region, basically in Sydney, there are the other colleges who offer them within 3 months to complete it, because you know that students are so needy here in
Hmm,
terms of job. So
hmm,
as soon as they complete it, they will get a job. Everyone knows this thing.
hmm.
And the placement thing, I am sure. So they will be placed through you, or like they need
We
to
will
find it
we will
own.
help them. We will help them with their placements. It's not
Hey,
a problem.
Varna, can
Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just jump in? Sorry.
Yes.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, no, I just want to let you know, look, it is possible, I would say, in a way. But look,
Mm-hmm.
ideally, like we say, they can finish 40 weeks is the max they take. That's like,
Okay.
around 9 months. What we have seen is the students do enroll with us. They do start
Mm-hmm.
with us. But I would say 70% of them to 75% of them, they only finish, I would say, around 5 months. That's the mark we say.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
look, the main reason being there is theory that that they can smash through online if they want to, but then
Mm-hmm.
again comes they have the practical component which they come into the campus, as well as the simulation as well as part of
Mm-hmm.
it, placement, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So there is 120 hours of practical placement they have to do. So
Okay.
ideal time would be around 4 to 5 months, I would say, for the
Okay.
student. But
Four
look,
to 5 months.
4 to 5, I would say you can with 3 months, but it's pretty hard to get it all and done with. Look, in many college might say like, yes, you can come finish it off in with 3 months, but
Mm-hmm.
we have seen students, most of them, they would finish around 5 months mark is the best.
Because I do get so many students here. Please, ma'am, please, can you give us a course which can even help us out in terms of
Yeah,
jobs? And we wish to finish it. And you know it well.
yeah.
They are needy. So it is
Look,
better.
I'm not saying people hasn't done it. I have a
Mhm.
student who has actually smashed through all their theory within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it
Oh,
really depends on
seriously?
like, the student to student. But like
Mhm.
ideally a normal student, like, they would take, I would say, roughly 4 to 5 months to
Roughly, I
complete
can
their
just
course.
tell
Yeah.
them within 4 to 5 months. Four to
Yep.
five months, it's still easy for me to convince them.
Yep.
But 6 months, 6 to 7 months would be difficult.
No, no, look,
So
as in
that is what my question is.
if a student is fully able to dedicate at least like, 1 day per week,
Mm-hmm,
because we do have classes run on, weekdays, weekends, like, so they
mm-hmm.
have the options available. And if they can jump into them, like, there's 14 weeks of class they attend. So like, if they can go in and do it all, like, consistently, definitely, I would say they would be able to finish off within 4 to 5 months.
Okay, all good.
That's
Thank you
the
so much.
ideal time. Yeah.
Yeah, Melvin, adding on Bhumika's question, what will
Mm-hmm.
be the duration for this course? It's a 40 week, like COE will be 40 week, or it can
Yep.
be less as well.
So look, with these concurrent courses, we do issue the COA for 40 weeks, the max duration period, but they
Mhm.
always have the option to finish it off early.
Okay.
Okay, because if there is the gap, like some of these students are, they have a gap of 6 months, and if they want, because if there is the duration, so like there are some of the students who got admission in Diploma of Nursing, which will lead to Bachelor of Nursing in Holmes Glen, and there
Mm-hmm.
are the difference of 6 months. So if
Yep.
we are going to enroll those students, they required only 5 to 6 months of COE. So we are
So
losing those clients.
Minu, I think with that, because look, with these secondary courses, what we mainly focus is, for the students who actually already are doing a primary course right now.
Mhm.
But like as a gap filler, if you need, we can give at like, you know, the certificate for in leadership and management, or even we have English programs as part of our IHM. So we
Mhm.
can refer them into those courses as a gap filler if you need them.
Okay, but we can't stretch the COA.
Sorry?
We
No,
can't.
we can't stretch it more than, yeah, the 40 weeks we can't, yeah.
Okay, and is there any scholarship running for those courses?
For the secondary courses right now, we don't have any scholarships right now.
Mhm.
But we do have payment plans available for international students. So we are giving flexible payment plans for them. And I would
Okay.
say, like, you know, if you look into our courses, we have brought down our courses a lot in the last 6 months, even our diplomas as well as the certificate programs as well. And look, if a student, if they're really in need, let us know. You know, we can try and work out a payment plan or a, you know, scholarship for them. That's not an issue. On a
So
case
that's
to
the
case
price.
basis, we can do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Okay. So the price is 2,500. You said, right?
For
Yeah. So
certificate
certificate
3.
3 programs, it's 2,500. Certificate 4,
Mm.
it's 3,500.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. All good. Any other questions, guys?
That's it.
No worries.
So,
One night you want to continue on?
Yeah, sure.
so the next is some of our package courses. Now, we have, I would say, the number one, the topmost package courses are certificate for, certificate for in aging support plus Diploma of Nursing. Now, why I would say it's the most famous is because mainly because of the PTE or the IELTS requirement, like, you know, for Diploma of Nursing. If you have a student who is not meeting the entry requirement for Diploma of Nursing, that is like the English requirement, then we can put them for aging support plus Diploma of Nursing. Then in that way, especially if you have a students from offshore and they you know, you need some more time for them to work on their PTE, then in that case, and especially who is coming from offshore, they will be looking for a job as well. Certificate for in aging support plus Diploma of Nursing is in one way that you are giving them time to work on their PTE or their IELTS. You will be getting a conditional COE for Diploma of Nursing. Also, after completing aging support, which the students would be getting their practicals and their placements, they can actually start looking for a job in an aged care, because definitely they are moving in the nursing pathway. Like, you know, so after completing their diploma, they can still work in the same place or look for other job as well, with the experience that they're getting in the aged care, because they have a certificate. So as you all know, to work in Australia, you need a certificate. Like, you know, you need to get that certificate or that experience, so that, you know, you can look for a job pretty easily. So this is one course which the students and the agents, there are very good successful rate in getting visas for certificate for an aging support plus Diploma of Nursing. And I'm sure, like, you know, when you have students with right now, like whoever has passed 12th grade or whoever are coming from another career, Diploma of Nursing, it doesn't require any, like, you know, it can be from any stream. It can be like students who are coming from engineering, like, you know, they have a change of career. It can be from business, from accounts, from any stream. So certificate for in the GTE or in the SOP, you can also mention that, you know, aging support is one program which they have been, you know, they would like to get into, to understand the fundamentals or to get the core concepts of health course. And they are, as they're looking to take a like, you know, since they're changing their career, this is a course or a package which they have found out in IHNA and they want to look forward for. Another one is certificate for aging support plus Diploma of Community Service. Now, if they want to move into the community service, this is another course, I would say, a package which you can advise for. Then we have childcare course, and we have the leadership management as well. So, and also we have another package which will be starting from 2020, that is certificate for disability plus community service. So you can advise that also to the students. So if they are, like, you know, they want to get into the disability part and, you know, that section, and then they want to get into the community or the social working that pathway, you can advise for certificate for disability plus Diploma of Community Service. Now we have our next intake. It was, we do have the October intake. Still the seats are open. So in the next 14 days, if you have students who wish to enroll for Diploma of Nursing or for the community service intake is on October 26th. So if you have any students, please advise us, we can help them. So for next year, we have February 8th, April and July intakes, and then it would be in October. So these are the next 4 intakes I wish to share with you. And as I said, in Melbourne, we have CBD and Heidelberg. And the documents required, as you all know, would be passport, visa, academics, their previous academics. If they have any COE, previous COE, we would be, like if it's a change of provider, we would wish to have a cancelled COE for our compliance team to approve. And for each courses, we have a different pre-training review. So once I receive your application, then I would be advising on a pre-training review form, which we would be requesting the student to complete. Yep, so there's a small, I would say there's an English and Maths test, especially for diploma courses. So we would require the students, so if they are meeting the English requirement, then just the Maths part, the students would have to complete. So we would be advising that once the students have submitted the application. Yep, that's about IHNA. Any questions?
Yeah, Varna. So Varna, that GT and SOP you have mentioned, what is the difference between that? You require 2 documents, GT and SOP separately?
GT is basically like our form with an IHNA, like HCI form, where the students just have to answer like, what is the purpose of doing this course, like that. So if the student has a visa, then that's fine. The student can give me the GTE. But if you're applying for a visa, we would require the SOP.
Okay, and what you are exactly looking for offshore clients? Like what's your absolutely requirement to get entry into those courses? So they are just, recently passed out, or if there is any gap, are you accepting the clients?
If there is a gap, if the student can explain what has happened, for example, any medical issues or family problems or anything, if they are able to advise us about the gaps, then that's fine.
Okay, if they do have a spouse, then also you can accept?
If the spouse has study rights?
No, not study rights.
Offshore.
If they are married, offshore clients.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. On what are the prices for those courses?
Which one? For diploma courses?
Yeah.
Diploma courses, most of them.
I think one of what we can do is we can actually send through you the course guide with all the list, but it's mainly nursing is $30,000 and rest of it's around 16,000 to 12,000 mark, I would say. Yep. You can see it on the screen there itself.
Yes.
So it's there, but like we will send you a course guide with all the course entry requirements, the course fees, structure, everything. So, it's easy for you to like counsel as well as for yourself as well to refer to.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
I think
once the lockdown is over, we have a book. We will be sending this to you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also just to touch in to guys, like just to let you know, I think Mona already introduced you to the packages that we provide, within IHNA. We also do have combined COE pathways with universities as well for bachelors. So right now we do have combined COE option with Murdoch University as well as Flinders.
Okay.
So those are the 2 we've got, and mainly for Diploma of Nursing, Diploma of Community Service, as well as the Diploma of Childcare. So for Diploma of Nursing, we can give them a combined COE for Diploma of Nursing leading to Bachelor of Nursing. And with Diploma of Community Service, it would be relating to social work. So what I can
Diploma
do is
of Community.
Sorry?
Okay, so Diploma of Community plus Bachelor of Social Work?
It would be, give me 1 second, I can just double check. With Flinders, it's actually Bachelor of Disability and Development Education. And with Murdoch, it's Bachelor of Community Development.
Okay, so your COE is from Melbourne or Sydney, wherever the location, and you are giving a pathway with Flinders and Murdoch.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
And we also do have articulation agreement, which is a non-COE pathway for the students. So we have got pathways with Charles Darwin University, Griffith, Murdoch,
Edith
Western
Cowan, I
Sydney.
guess.
Yep, Edith Cowan is there as well, one of the ones, and Griffith is one of the main as well right now for us, and also University of Wollongong and Charles Darwin University. So
Okay, and that's applicable. Yeah, come. Sorry.
so
Yeah.
basically those ones we cannot get a combined COE, but once a student even they're about to finish our diploma, they can actually directly apply with the university for the bachelor's pathway, and they do get a direct entry.
Direct entry into which year? Second or first?
It depends on the articulation, but most of them it's in the second year. So most nursing it's
So they are
2+2,
going to
so
get the credits basically
yep,
if they apply in these articulated universities.
yep, that's right.
Okay.
So basically most of the diplomas it's 2+2, so 2 years of diploma and 2 years of bachelor's. But depending on some universities, they do give only give exception for 6 months. That depends on the university to university, but most of them you will get a 1 year state credit.
Okay. Is
So
there any price change for offshore client, or those are the same price?
oh, the ones you saw, yeah, that's the international. It's the same price for offshore and onshore. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So that's something, it's something you can go, give the students if they want a longer, visa or something to look for, as a bachelor's, that's something that what they want. So we do have those options available. What I can do is we will send you through all the pathways we got. But like I said, combined COE right now we have Murdoch and Flinders, but we are working on more of it. So hopefully within the next years we would have more options for you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
No worries. Thanks.
Thank you.
No problems. Any other questions regarding IHNA, any courses or, anything like that?
No.
I think what we'll do is we'll move on to IHM now.
Yeah.
I think I can hand it over to Govind. Govind is going to take you through the IHM part of things. We have got a pretty exciting, there's a lot of new courses and packages available for IHM as well. So Govind, you can go ahead, mate.
Thank you. Thanks, Melvin. Yeah, very good morning, all. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All. Welcome to the Higher Education Sector of Health Careers International. That is IHM, Institute of Health and Management. So I'll just go tell about our IHM. In this tenure, we have already trained over 1,500 nurses, and the campuses where the IHM is located, the first one is in Perth, which is our regional campus, and second one Melbourne, North Melbourne, and the third one Sydney Wentworth. So the courses what we are offering is that we still do bridging program that only for the onshore students, the postgraduate courses, with the articulation pathway, we have master's programs, a nursing career advancement program, and the English courses. I'll just go through each and every courses what we are offering. So first of all, I would like to discuss about the graduate diploma in nursing, which is a hottest course in IHM, which is an AKF level 8 and accredited by TEXA. The duration is 12 months. We have on campus and online. The fees for on campus is 20,000 and online it is 12,000. The next intake is November, March and July. So the eligibility criteria for the student to get in graduate diploma in nursing is the student should be either a bachelor holder, and also we have an additional we have a lateral entry for the GLM nurses, especially that's a unique market what we are having. The diploma holders from India, the GLM nurses who can get into graduate diploma in nursing if they have 1 year of experience. And English requirement for the course is that just as like other courses, it's overall 6.5 and individual another than 6. And for online course, if they are opting the online option, the English requirement IELTS, PT or OET is not mandatory. We will give a set of questions and the student can write an essay if it will be assessed by IHM educators, and if they can cross 65%, we can get them in. That's about graduate diploma in nursing actually it is. So I'll just discuss about how we can how graduate diploma will be beneficial for students. For example, it's AQF level 8 is the first year of masters. And for GLM nurses, that's a unique market we are having, especially from India, India, Fiji and all. So the GLM nurses, if they want to be a registered nurse here in Australia, one criteria is that they should have at least minimum AQF level of 7, which is equivalent to bachelor's in India. So they are meeting all the criteria apart from this one. So the GLM nurses who wish to be a registered nurse here in Australia, New Zealand, or even Canada and all, except UK still accept the GLM nurses as a registered nurse. So these countries, if they want to be a registered nurses, the qualification level is bachelor's. In Australia, it is considered as AQF level 7. So the GLM nurses here in Australia and New Zealand is considered as only AQF level 6, which is considered as advanced diploma. So if they can get into graduate diploma in nursing, the advantage for them is that they are just getting a lateral entry from 6 to 8, which means that if they are completing graduate diploma in nursing with us, definitely they can, at the end of the course, they are moving to AQF level 8, which is above than bachelor's. So in addition to that one, I can just briefly discuss about graduate diploma, the course structure of graduate diploma in nursing. So it consists of 8 units. All the 8 units are assessment based. There will not be practicals and examination. So it will be assessment based. That's why we can deliver both on campus and online. So online student can do from any part of the globe. So next I will just discuss about graduate certificate in nursing. So this is also an AQF level 8 course created by TEXA, and the duration is 6 months. We do on campus and online. The fees for on campus and online is $10,000, but for online we have scholarship. We can give up to 2,500 scholarship. The next intake is coming on November 2nd. We have an intake, November, March and July. The eligibility criteria is same as like graduate diploma in nursing. So I'll just briefly discuss about what difference between graduate certificate in nursing and graduate diploma in nursing. Graduate diploma in nursing, for example, if a student is enrolling in graduate diploma in nursing, once the student complete their first trimester, which means that the first 4 units, if they completed their first 4 units, they can claim their certificate, claim their graduate certificate. So the first semester of graduate diploma in nursing is called graduate certificate in nursing. So for example, if a student, for example, a GNM student who is enrolling for graduate diploma in nursing, so he or she want to be a registered nurse and want to start her process for after registration. The thing is that while doing graduate diploma in nursing, once they completed their 6 months, they can claim their graduate certificate in nursing and they can submit that as well. So even if it is that the student onshore also, they can get the certificate of graduate certificate in nursing, which means that the doors are open for the student from 6 months onwards when they enroll for courses. Moreover, in addition to that one, the advantage of graduate diploma in nursing, graduate certificate in nursing is that this will be considered as a recency of practice in Australia. For postgraduate courses in nursing will be considered as recency of practice in Australia. And moreover, the thing is that, for example, a bachelor holder from India who is not working since 2014, one criteria in APRA requirement for registration is that the student should have 450 hours of experience in the last 5 years. So for example, if some reason the bachelor holder is not working for more than 5 years or 8 years, they can straight away get into graduate certificate in nursing or graduate diploma in nursing. Then this will be counted as the recency of practice in Australia. So then in addition to that one, they can get 5 extra points for their PR with the recency of practice. So that's about graduate certificate in nursing and graduate diploma in nursing. So we have, just as like Varna and Melvin mentioned, we also have few articulation pathways with the universities going for masters. We have articulation pathway with University of Wollongong, Australia, Charles Darwin University, and Griffith University. So before moving to that one, do you have any doubt with graduate certificate in nursing and graduate diploma in nursing?
Actually, I just do want to ask you a question.
Yeah, of course.
Like the entry requirement is mentioned, it should be a registered nurse with a 3 years of diploma program.
Yes.
Registered nurse can be of any of country or just Australia?
Any of the country. If they are a bachelor holder, they should have a registration from any of the country. And
Okay,
GLM
so if
nurses,
someone is just GNM, diploma of GNM, but she is a registered nurse, so she can pursue this.
yeah, but she should have an year experience. For GNM nurses,
Okay,
they should have 1 year of experience. Then
1
only
year of experience.
it's a
Okay,
really big opportunity for them, because if they are opting any university here in Australia, they can only go for masters.
okay.
They can't straight away move to masters, as because they are holding only AQF level 6,
Mhm,
which is here considered as advanced diploma, where the diploma in India.
mhm.
So rather than going for 3.5 years study for a GNM nurse, if the student is studying, going for bachelor's, he have to study 3.5 years. At the end of the day, the student is getting only AQF level 7.
Okay,
That's the biggest
all
advantage
good.
in that one. So in diploma, the thing is that then only she or he can apply for APRA. For the, if the student is enrolling for graduate diploma in nursing, from the after completion of their first trimester, they can claim their graduate certificate in nursing. The graduate certificate in nursing is also AQF level 8. That's
Okay,
the advantage.
okay, okay.
So if the student completed graduate diploma in nursing with us, with the articulation pathway, as I mentioned, we have with University of Wollongong, Australia, Charles Darwin University, and Griffith University. So for them, the advantage is that they can claim the credits what they have received, which I mentioned that the postgraduate diploma is the first year, AQF level 8. Master's is considered here as AQF level 9. So it is the first year. With the credit what they have received, they can apply to this university. We have the pathway with them. So for University of Wollongong, Australia, the student have to study 1.5 year extra. They have to study 1.5 years extra. And with that one, once they completed that one, they can apply for the post-study work visa. Same for Charles Darwin University, but the advantage is that for Charles Darwin University, the student need to study only 1 year.
Okay.
Which means that just exactly like how the student is moving for a master's after the bachelor's.
Surely, surely. Thanks.
That's advantage for the student. And in addition to that one, if for example a GNM holder, why I am keep telling about GNM holders that this is the only opportunity for them. I mean, we are delivering. This is the biggest market what we are having, and rather than going for bachelor's and going for master. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the student who is moving to masters, for example, a GNM nurses, if she or he want to do a masters, they are straight away going for graduate diploma in nursing, and they can get this with the articulation pathway. So for a GNM nurse, I keep repeating that one. If they are doing this with this articulation pathways from the first 6 months, once they completed their first semester of graduate diploma in nursing, that is graduate certificate in nursing, they can claim their certificate of graduate certificate in nursing and starting their processes to be a registered nurse in Australia. At the moment, they don't have an option to get a registration here. So the doors for the students will be open from the 6 months onwards. And for example, after 1 year, the student is getting a certificate of graduate diploma in nursing, and after second year, she will be getting the the masters from any of the universities with the articulation pathways what we are having. So that's the biggest advantage for the student. For example, a bachelor holder, if straight away going for Charles Darwin University, the student have to wait for 2 years to get a certificate from Australia. That's the biggest advantage what the student is having if they are coming in this pathway. Also, in addition to that one, they can save a lot of money because the graduate diploma in nursing on campus costs only $20,000. And with that one, if the student is moving to there, she can, for example, the annual fees for in masters and everything is almost $26,000 to $40,000 it is. So that's also a good advantage for the students. So once they completed their masters, they can apply for their post-study work visa, which is called TR visa. So the advantage is that, for example, if a student is starting their process from after first 6 months onwards, if they're submitting, for example, every nurse's their dream is to get settled here and to get a PR here. So in front of student, the student have additional 3.5 years That's a good option for student to get settled here. At the same time, the student can work here even after, if the student completed their registration process and be a registered nurse here in Australia. Definitely they can work here and gain experience with the visa what they are having. That's about graduate certificate in nursing and graduate diploma in nursing. So I can move to the next course, next topic, which is, hope you all know about the changes happened in Australian registration nurses. I hope everybody's aware about that one.
Yes, yes, I do have.
Yes.
So what it is that, I will just give a brief description about that one for others. The student who submitted their interest to be a registered nurse in Australia and received the decision letter after March 2020, which means that if students who submitted their interest after March 2020, before that, the student can do a bridging program, which is a 3-month program, and will get a registration. So after March 2020, the decision letter what the student is getting is they have to do a OBA, objective outcome-based assessment. So about this one, I can briefly describe, explain about this one. What is OBA? OBA consists of 2 components. What is NCLEX examination and the OSCE examination. NCLEX exam, for the NCLEX examination, the student can do from any part of the globe, which near the PT center. The student can do from any PT center near. They can get a test date and do from there. So it's a theory-based examination, and they have to crack that one. And once they crack that one, the student want to do NCAP OSCE, which OSCE examination that the student need to come here in Australia. The examination is, at the moment, it is conducting only in the Adelaide Health Centre, that is in Adelaide. So the student want to first clear the NCLEX examination and then want to go for OSCE. Then once they completed their OSCE, they can get they can submit their documents and get the registration. They don't need to do a bridging program of 3 months. Instead of that 3 months, the student have 2 examinations. One is a theory based and one is practical based. So I'll briefly explain about the NCAP. Identifying this one, the changes happened with the 15 years of experience we had. We have started up the preparatory courses for NCAP for NCLEX RN and NCAP for OSCE. So I'll just start about the NCLEX MCQ preparation course, what we are offering. So what we are offering. So can you hear me?
Yes, Govind.
Yeah.
Yes, continue.
Because I can see sometimes my internet is not stable. That's why I'm keep asking.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, whether it is missing or something in between. So the thing is that the student, about the NCLEX preparation offering by IHM, Institute of Health and Management, it is a 13 weeks course, including 1 week of orientation. Consists of 3 units, that is MCQ exam for RNs. In addition to that one, we teach them nursing care in Australia, nursing and the healthcare system in Australia. So the thing is that it's an MCQ based examination. So we will be teaching them, in addition to that one, it's an Australian based exam. So definitely they'll be learning more in this additional 2 units. They can claim that one. They'll be able to understand more about the system here in Australia, especially for the nurses who are from India. There is a huge difference in the working system in India and Australia. So definitely the question will be, rather than, because MCQ and the OSCE examination just a matter of 2.5 days only, which was studying by students for last 3 months. I mean, previously the student was studying the system for 3 months. So definitely these exams are toughest part of their career. So if they want to crack that one, they have to be more creative. At the same time, the questions should be in that way, everything. So understanding this one from the 15 years of experience what we are having in this field, we have set up the course in this way, and the course fees is $3,500. So any more doubt about the courses or the new updation?
Yeah, I also want to ask one thing. Earlier, students used to come here on a tourist visa and they used to prepare and give the exam.
Yeah.
But the preparation here is itself is for 3 months, and then they need to give one exam and then the another one. So they need to, how that will happen?
Okay. Previously, it was a bridging program. For example, a student submitted a document. I mean, student submitted the decision letter. We consider it will be a refusal
Well,
letter.
Inca
If a refusal letter will be saying that you want to do a bridging program, you haven't done a bridging program, so you have to do a bridging program, then you will be become as a registered nurse. Now that 3 months program is no more, which means that, as I mentioned in the middle, student who submitted their interest after March 2020 is getting the decision letter only for OPA.
Okay.
Student who submitted before March 2020, the thing is that they will get an option, either they can opt OBA or the bridging program. They can discuss, they can choose their case officer, and they can go for whatever they want. 3 months examination, now the 3 months course is no more. That has changed to 2 examinations. That's why I shared that one. This is being a tricky part actually for the students. And this will be one of the toughest challenge in their career, because what they were studying for 3 months, now they have to present 2 examinations.
Right.
Govind,
Yes.
I'm a bit confused here.
Yeah.
Like, this is the exam you are talking about. This is the preparation exam, and then after student has to give this exam, or this is the student can give directly. What is this course stand for? NECLEX MCQ. What is that?
Excuse me, your voice is breaking. Is it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, I can hear you.
Okay. So what my question is, I'm confused here. This is the exam which you are talking about, this MCQ part 1. What is that? Like, this is after graduate certificate or after graduate diploma, a student has to study this course and then they can sit for the exam, or they can directly sit for the exam?
Still your voice was breaking. I don't know whether
Okay, I think go with it's maybe.
Okay, I'll clear this up.
No,
Basically,
I think I think it's Govind's internet is not working properly. I can answer the question you had just now. Are you able to hear me perfectly? Or?
Yeah,
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 I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, look, this NFLEX RN and the OSCE preparation, that's for registered nurses who can directly apply for their registration. So they don't have to complete the GDN program for this. Okay. So
okay.
yeah. So this is basically the replacement of the current nursing bridging program.
Right.
So
okay.
if I'm a registered nurse from India and I've got my IELTS 7, I've got my bachelor's completed from India, and I want to apply for my registration here. Right now, there's 2 parts to it. The first part is the NFLEX RN. It's a multiple choice exam, this NFLEX RN. It's already been done. This exam is already been done for America. Like, so if you're applying for like a registration in America, you go through this exam. And this exam can be taken from anywhere in the world where there's a Pearson Tech Center.
Oh, okay.
So they can do it from India itself. They don't have to be here in Australia in order for them to do this. So with our training for this NFLEX RN, basically it's this 12 weeks. We prepare them for the exam, and they can do the exam from their own country, and they don't have to be here onshore.
Okay.
Once they pass through and clear this NFLEX RN and they submit their results to AFRA, what happens is AFRA gives a letter for them to do the second part of it, which is the OBA or the OSCE exam. Yeah. So for that OSCE exam, that's when they have to actually come to Australia. So OSCE exam right now can only be done right now from Adelaide. So Royal Adelaide Hospital is the test center that's announced by AFRA. So what we can do is basically the students can come here, study 12 weeks of our training for the OSCE exam. So that will have both theory as well as practical as well. And then they can attempt the exam for it.
Okay. So it is basically a placement of bridging program. Like, this is the replacement of bridging. Okay.
Exactly.
It is the replacement of bridging program. Hope you know about how to be a registered nurse in UK. It is same as like for UK, the student want to complete first the CBT examination, then the same one OSCE that they have to do from UK. It is same. That is the same they have copied from the UK. So the student can do their NCLEX preparation from their country, and once they completed that one, they can come here as Melvin mentioned, they can come here to do their OSCE examination that is in Adelaide Center. So for that also, they have to come here in a visiting visa, personal visit, which they were coming before for. Which they were coming before for the
EPI current program.
EPI current programs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just explain about the OSCE program, how we have set it up for the student. We have, with the experience, we were running the bridging programs for years, so we have a good clinical labs, the facilities, everything. We have that one, and we have the same as we set it for students is that we have with the most advanced management SIMMANS. We have set up our campuses just as like how the space will be in Adelaide Center. So that's how we have set up. Actually, for OSCE assessment, they can come here in Australia for a 6 weeks. So we offer a training for 6 weeks. In this time, the student will be teaching the OSCE training and assessment. We will be teaching about the practical things more. And also the NCLEX, we have already taught them about the foundation about the nursing system in Australia. So, for example, in a student point of view, if the student clear an NCLEX examination for OSCE, definitely they have to come here. So, student can choose the NCLEX, OSCE preparation course with us just considering their dates actually. Anyway, they'll be getting a visa of 90 days. If it is a bridging visa, so they can choose that one. So for example, if the 6 weeks they can do with us, and immediately after that one they can go to Adelaide and do their examination. So at the moment, OSCE, OSCE preparation dates are not, the intakes are not open for the students because it's a transitional change happened. The cohort for the OSCE preparation course students are the students who completed NCLEX examination only. So the students are now preparing for NCLEX examination, and we are getting a high number of students for NCLEX preparation courses. So the student who completed NCLEX examination can only go for OSCE, so that cohort is very limited. That's why we will be starting that from February onwards. We do the same in the OSCE preparation we have in Perth, Melbourne, and Sydney as well. For the NCLEX, the student can do from online.
Okay.
Hope it is clear for you.
Yeah. All clear.
Yeah, actually, I do have a question. If
Definitely.
someone is a registered nurse, sorry, I asked so many questions.
No problem.
Yeah, if someone is a registered nurse and suppose she is on visitor visa here, she has 3 months to get it done. I think this course doesn't need any COE.
Yes, this course doesn't need any COE. The only required document is that their registration certificate and a passport. If a student,
and that's it.
If a student is, if you give an inquiry by today morning, I can guarantee you that within 2 hours.
Okay, if she has 7 each, she has registered nurse document, she has everything, then yes, she can go for this course.
More details about that one. So
okay.
For OSCE, the thing is that previously the student need to submit their English requirement at the time when they submit at the time of submit. Now what it is that they need to submit their English requirement only at the final stage, which means that once they completed their OSCE, submitting their OSCE result, at that time only it is required.
Okay.
That's the advantage for the students at the moment. So before that they have to. So there is you don't need to worry about for NCLEX examination. The student is interested in that one, or if the student want to do the NCLEX examination, the student don't need to wait whether I have a doubt whether I need to get the IELTS examination. The student can start their process before getting IELTS score, IELTS PT or OET scores.
Okay.
So that's the biggest advantage for students in this one. So basically that the thing is that, and it is a little bit expensive. The examinations are for NCLEX it is $640 and OSCE it is $4,000. So it's not a simple exam. Definitely the student want to prepare in that way. You know that one almost 70 below 50%. That's a 50% rate is actually in the success rate in UK for OSCE examination and CBT.
Okay.
That's the biggest challenge what students have. That's why we have researched in that way and we set it up the course in this way, because we already have a goodwill in the market about this nursing with the iron program, EPIQM program, everything. So definitely that's why how we have set up that one. It will be it will be completely monitored by in Australia. Just as like the advantages of our online courses is that we provide 24/7 student support.
Okay.
Because we are not set up an online platform due to this COVID. We have a strong foundation that we are running our GCN, GDN, and other programs, just as like IHNA online, everything for years, so that it is already we have a good foundation in that one. So we provide 24 student support for NCLEX examination. I can give you just NCLEX preparation, just a brief description. So if, for example, GDN, GCN, and NCLEX, there will be classes for 1 to 2 hours. Even if the student missed the classes, we will upload the videos in the portal. So in addition to that, when the student have a personal appointment, set a personal appointment with the educators. So the student will have a discussion forum, so they can shoot their questions, and with the officers from in Australia, India, Dubai, everywhere will be a supportive persons will be there. So immediately they can get back to their queries if they are shooting any questions. That's how we can set it up, because different time zone we have people working around. And these courses will be monitored from Australia and will be teaching from the highly experienced faculties who is having experience in industry as well as in teaching field. That's that's why one reason why we are charging 3,500, just as like that everybody has started the NCLEX preparation different locations. So that's one reason why we are this is evaluated courses for the students. So as why to choose IHM, I can just tell about that one. So high skilled faculties and the state-of-art facilities and as I mentioned, because in the practical sessions, everything we use the most advanced cements and all, and excellent online learning platform as I shared about GCN, GDN, and NCLEX, and 24 into
बंद कर दिया अब तो नहीं तो ऐसे बैठे होते.
Sorry. Job placement, affordable postgraduate courses, and accessible admission consultant. We have Subin here, and he will be the admission consultant for you. And you can, if you have any queries, you can email either me or Subin. That's the biggest advantage. I mean that you can shoot us, and if you have any queries, you can shoot us. That's all about IHM courses. And just now we have a special offer. Just I will discuss about that one. For example, GCN, NCAP, and PT. For example, as you all know, the borders are closed now, and we have GCN. We do online, NCAP, PT, everything is online. So for students who want to get into, for example, a GLM nurse who want to get a registration in Australia, they can get into 3 courses together and save at almost $3,300. That's a bundle and save package what we are offering at this moment. So for example, the total course fees will come up $14,299, $10,000 for graduate certificate in nursing, $3,500 for NCAP, PT $799. So in bundle and save program, student can enroll for graduate certificate in nursing by $10,000. I mean, the student can enroll the courses with $10,999. So enroll in graduate certificate in nursing, and we are not forcing the students that you want to start NCAP and PT together. You need to just start any of the intake, which is maybe just before completion of a graduate certificate in nursing. For example, you know that if they want to be a registered nurse, you just have to, once they complete a graduate certificate in nursing, they have to do NCAP, OBA, and PT. We do PT training that will be monitored from Sydney, or will be monitored from Australia, so that the quality of the courses will be definitely in that way. That's how the student can offer, especially in this situation. And moreover, one more thing I would like to add in it is that we have MARA agents in, that's for IHNA and IHM courses I'm talking about together. So we have MARA agents in Sydney, Perth, and Melbourne. So, and we have a migration consultant session for you. What we can do at the moment is that for onshore students, if they are interested, I mean for onshore students, we are happy to offer free visa submission for you. So for that, we will be submitting a visa for you through the MARA agent. So definitely the visa success rate, everything will be high as they are MARA agents here. And also we can, for the students who are, if they want any consultation, we can provide that one and that way. That doesn't belongs that one. The student will be yours. I mean that will not. That is a consulting part only, just as like in universities. So if they have anything, you can choose. If you have any doubts, you can call them. If students have any doubt, you can confirm with them. That's the options what we are giving. And also we are happy to give a free visa assistance for you, that we are happy to submit visa through us without free of cost. With free of cost. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they themselves, they have migration agents in
That's we are always happy to support our stakeholders. That's why this one reason for us, if the visa for international students, success of visa is only then only it will be good, or else both of us works will be just wasted. That's why we have set up these options for you. So if you have any queries, you can note down my number as well as my email ID, and also Subin is here. I'll give Subin's details as well. So you can contact either us for any course, any of this.
Okay, so for higher education, Govind, we have to be in touch with you, and for the diploma, we have to touch with the Varna, right?
Yeah, for IHM courses, you can either with Subin. We have Subin here. So Subin will be the consultant working for you. So you can touch with him, or you can touch with me, no problem.
Sure. And I request you if you can share all the information through email. It will be really great.
I'll definitely I'll share this PPT.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Govind.
Okay. No worries. In addition to that one, I can give you one more thing. So we are actually doing Facebook live sessions for our stakeholders. For example, if it is okay, we can do with our not by me. Our COO will be. I can share with our COO, and he will be explaining about especially these changes, the changing in nursing processes, what happened. He'll be giving the Facebook live session in your Facebook from college, and about OBA and GDN and benefits. That definitely will, in this pandemic situation, that definitely will help the students to know about more these things, and that's the security what they are getting from this college itself, coming to your Facebook page, and sharing all these things. So if that will be, because that's something we are doing with other stakeholders at the moment. So they're with their requests. So that's a good option, because he'll be more knowledge about these things. We can have the question and Q&A sessions, everything.
Okay. Can I ask Varna one last question?
Sure.
Varna, for Diploma of Nursing, is there any scholarship?
At this point, no. But let me know if the students are having any financial issues. I have to talk to the accounts and find out what I can do.
The application with you, if you can do something, she was asking me, so you can have a look and let me know if you can do something.
No worries, ma'am. I'll see. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Varna.
No worries.
No worries. And thanks everyone for attending this session, and shoot us at any time. I mean, if you have any queries, don't hesitate to call us. You can call us and anytime. We are happy. And whenever you think about a nurse, think about us. That's all. So we have good package with them, and we have good options for them to get settled here. Everybody, for example, students who are looking for Australia and all. And this is a tech-approved course for IHM, and also definitely students from Canada also can do Canada, UK, everywhere can do that as well.
Thank you, Govind. Thank you, Varna. Varna is always in touch, and it is really an informative session. And if we are coming up in any doubt, we are definitely in touch with you. I hopefully within this week, we are sending you a few applications if something will positive. And we are really thank you, and it's an informative session to get such kind of information.
No worries, no problem. It was really nice meeting the whole team.
Thank you. Thanks for Varna to introducing us as well.
And Karthik is the main marketing person. Govind, can we stop the?
Yeah.
Govind is the Govind and Subin and Mr. Karthik. Karthik,
yes,
you have?
Yes, yes.
So he is the main marketing person who we have to, we can send our marketing materials and our Facebook live sessions we have to discuss with him. Right, Karthik?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's a good option at this point, especially for self that students are getting, that will able to get more. Get more student attraction as well as more queries. They'll be definitely you'll be getting a good number of students collection.
I just want to ask one thing to the whole team of CECA. Like, is there anybody, like, do you have a preference, like, is both, I mean, are you guys all taking up both vocational and higher education together, or do you have a team separate for vocational and team separate for higher education?
We all are doing vocational and higher education. There is no team such as who's looking of vocational and higher separately. We all are looking for any of the course. So you can share everything with us, and we can distribute in the team.
Yep.
No worries. And at the same time for offshore as well, right?
Yeah. For offshore as well.
Yep, no problems.
That's good.
Yep. No, it was all, it was nice meeting you all, and hopefully we can keep having some meetings in future as well, and maybe in person in office.
Definitely.
Yeah, Melvin.
Yep. No worries.
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you so much.
You guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Nice meeting you
Thank
all.
you.
Have a good
Thanks
day.
for-
You too. Bye bye.